Ellen Pompeo, Imogen Faith Reed, Mark Duplass and showrunners explain their Natalia Grace ending. Good American Family creator Katie Robbins, co-showrunner Sarah Sutherland, and the cast of the Hulu series unpack where their story ends, what it says about bias around Grace's true story, and if there could be another season to follow the real-life updates. The differing perspectives, which proved to be contradictory, had been promised by creator Katie Robbins. We start the story in Christine and Michael Barnett's version of events, and that slowly starts to shift over time, and we're led to question if our understanding of what we've been seeing the whole time is actually what happened. The writer and co-showrunner explained to The Hollywood Reporter of the series' goal. Doing so allows audiences to grapple with their own biases in unexpected ways. The version of events alleged by the Barnetts, driven mainly by Pompeo's Christine, was that Grace, who has a rare and severe form of dwarfism known as spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia congenita, was a threat to their family and lied about her age. As her legal guardians, they had Grace's age legally changed from 7, the age of her adoption, to 22, which declared her an adult when they set her up with an apartment to live on her own, remaining her guardians from afar due to her disability. But when Grace began to tell the story from her perspective, Good American Family did just what Robbins set out to do. Viewers watched in confusion and horror as the powerful 5th episode showed the immense physical, emotional, and psychological struggles Grace was put through when trying to live on her own with her severe disability. This was my first role, says Reed, who explains that since Grace has a different form of dwarfism than she does, the 27-year-old British actress worked with an acting and dialect coach, as well as a movement coach for the role. I wanted to make sure the movement felt natural in my body and not as though I'm portraying something that wasn't true, she tells THR. All these elements created my own version on Natalia. Reed, like the rest of the cast, was aware of the ID docuseries on Grace. The Curious Case of Natalia Grace concluded with its 3rd season in January, but Reed never had direct contact with the person she was playing. I wanted to stick to playing my version on Natalia. I was so passionate about playing her. The things that I kept thinking to myself were fighting for that justice and seeing the light with Natalia and the empowerment, she says. I'm really honored that I got to do that. After exploring allegations taken from court proceedings and public reports to dramatize multiple conflicting points of view, the series by its end clarifies the debate around Grace's real age. Natalia was a 7-year-old child when the Barnetts adopted her, and she was 8 years old when they set her up to live on her own. From our extensive research, it's an empirical fact that Natalia was a child at the time when the Barnetts left her alone. In 2024, Natalia received a U.S. passport that makes that official, but at the time of the trial, that fact wasn't allowed to be used in court. Co-showrunner Sarah Sutherland explains to THR. As devastating as that is, it's been incredible seeing people on social media talking about the show's plot twist and how they've changed their minds about the story having now seen episodes 5, 6, and beyond. The finale's confirmation of Grace's age now reframes the entire series, and particularly that 5th episode when Reed portrayed Grace as an 8-year-old learning to live on her own. When we first meet Natalia, she's 7. As someone who was 20 years older than Natalia, hair and makeup did such a beautiful, amazing job of transforming me into this 7-year-old. And when I was transformed, it changed me, says Reed. Then when we shift to episode 5, the makeup is so drastically different. She's just been abandoned. She can't wash her hair. She can't look after herself. Of course, she's 8. And she has dwarfism, and it's just so heartbreaking, and it really translates.